Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the channel. This is Dave the Gun Guy here, and we're gonna be going over my AR15 build. It's my SBR build. It's the Aero Precision Atlas S1 upper on a Ruger 350 Legend pistol. So nothing too crazy. Got the Holosun 510C optic on here, just some standard flip up sights as well. Aim surplus flat faced single stage trigger, and not too much more. This video is more about just going over basics, cleaning it and whatnot, making sure it's gonna go bang and not click when you fire it. So we're gonna do this rundown of it and make sure to do a quick functions check before we open it up and start cleaning it. So make sure it's good to go. Put that sling on, clear. Do that one more time. Good to go. All right. Go ahead, pushing these pins in right here. Maybe. All right. Comes apart. Push this QD quick detach for the sling. That comes off. Let's set the lower down here, beside me, and then we'll go from there. So we got the upper here, just a Aero Precision Atlas S1. It's good. I've had this for over 2 years now, and really haven't had any issues with it. It's been solid. Yeah, I love it. Got just a surefire three-prong comp on it, so that's nice. I can't attach a suppressor or anything with this one, but if I want to, I'll just get the other surefire three-prong if I want to. So, but yeah, Aero Precision makes some quality uppers, quality lowers. So yeah, like sticking with them. So I'm gonna pop the charging handle and the BCG out, and there's that. It's the upper. So I'll show this right here. There. It's just a regular, nothing special, AR15 style BCG, nothing crazy. Strike Industries charging handle, nothing crazy. It's really dirty. I've been trying to run it until I've had a malfunction or whatever after 500, 1,000 rounds. I actually just had 2 malfunctions this last time I went out, so, and it's been probably a year and a half since I've cleaned it, so that's pretty good, and I've shot it quite a bit, so it is definitely time to clean it. So what we're gonna do here is take this, there's a little pin right there, and take that out. Just take your fingernail, slide it out. If you don't have a fingernail, suggest you get like a pen tip, pencil tip or something, and you can pull it out. And then I always just push that down. I'll show you. It's usually up here. You'll push that down, and then you can pull this firing pin out. It's dirty, as you can tell. And then what you do is just turn that instead of vertical. It's always vertical. You'll turn it horizontal, and you pull this pin out. Then once you do that, take this little guy out, and then it is completely disassembled, and then you'll just do it in reverse order after that. So what we do first, I always like doing the small pieces first, getting those all clean, and then I'll work my way up to the bigger stuff, this, and then charging handle I'll just wipe down, and then I'll go into the barrel, do that outside, lube it all up and whatnot, make sure it's good to go. But I'll get a towel, old rag, or some Q-tips and whatnot. I got a bunch of cleaning supplies down here. I got these little guys, whole cleaning kit over here, brushes and whatnot, boar snakes of course. But you just go give it a quick wipe down. Takes 10-15 seconds, give it a good wipe down, nothing too crazy. Gets all the majority of the gunk off of it, and it's already pretty well cleaned off there. If you really want to go for a deep clean, then you can really just take your time. I've done enough of that from military army stuff, so really just doing a quick little wipe down and reassembling the BCG. So doing this, do that, wipe off this pin right here. So just making sure. And as we're going through doing this cleaning, we're doing checks too, making sure there's no cracks or anything that's looking like it's gonna break here soon and whatnot. Just making sure everything's gonna last us a while, making sure nothing's bowing, there's no dents in here really. So making sure everything's all good, because that's the last thing you need. So wipe that all off. Just wipe this pin off. That's good. Nothing too crazy. And then for this, we are going to actually run some cloth through it. There's little holes right here. Run some cloth after we wipe down the outside and make sure everything's all good up in there. Might take my brush, actually, see how it's all gunked up around that ring. We'll take this little brush and brush around this ring like so, just to help get some of that thicker stuff, stubborn stuff off. Try to at least. Do that a few times, run it around, just run around in a circle. Try to get all that off, majority of it off. Alright, do that's done. We'll re-wipe that. And then go ahead and we shall. What do I want to use? Can use a Q-tip. That's fine. Run this Q-tip. Run it through the end hole right here. If it fits, if it wants to fit, we'll get the end right there. But see, we still got a bunch of stuff barely even going in, so a bunch of gunk. So, well, that's that one in. Okay, that's good. Yeah, see how dirty that is? It's really dirty, so it's about time for it to be cleaned. So put that right there. Just take the Q-tip, get all in there. Get all the nasty buildup out of there. Just try to get a majority of this out. It's pretty clean. It's looking better. Yep, it's already better. Alright, there's that. And then just continue wiping to the top. Wipe all of that off. And then you're pretty much good to go on this piece right here. So and there's that, and then the main housing. Just wipe this off. Get that. This will get we'll lube this piece up pretty well, just so it's smooth. It operates smoothly inside the upper. You can see how dry it even looks dry. It's bone dry actually. So it's probably the main reason why I had those two malfunctions was because the BCG, the housing was bone dry. You want it pretty lubed up. So same way with a pistol. You know, if you don't have your controls and your slide and everything, if it's brand new and you get it out of the box and you don't lube it up and it's bone dry, it's probably not going to run very well. You're going to have some issues. So make sure you lube it up. Not over lube it up, but lube it up to where it's going to slide. It's going to be very easy. Let's slide the frame ratios really smooth instead of clanky. Instead of like, it's almost like bone on bone. You don't want that bone on bone. You want more like tendon, ligaments. So everything's, what's the word? Everything's working together and it's not using friction on parts that it's not supposed to be using friction on. So wipe that down. We're gonna do Q-tip again. We probably won't use a Q-tip. We'll use something, a bigger piece of cloth, because it's really dirty inside there. So use that piece. Trying to do so. Got these attachments. Can run it through the bore, run it through the barrel. Put cloth, piece of cloth in there, so you can clean your barrel easier. Clean whatever. All I'm gonna do here is just do that. Run it through a little gold piece. Usually you'll thread it to a piece like this. Thread it to something like this, bars. You'll have a handle at the end. That's what I'll use for the barrel. But this I'm gonna just use for this. and get it all cleaned out and whatnot. So then we can just get a piece like this and just run it through. Just do that a few times. Take this rag again. Take this clear piece, whatever it is, then run it down in there, push it in there, and just we'll twist it like that. Making sure I get everything cleaned up nicely. And for everyone that doesn't know this or does know this, all this black stuff, all it is carbon. It's carbon buildup. So. Get a majority of all this out. Yep, that's good. Then we'll grab this. Yeah, see, this is, as you can hear, it's bone dry. So what we'll do is we'll actually, I got some Go Juice, ALG, just lubricant, but I got it from Ames Surplus up in Monroe, Ohio. You guys need to check them out because they always have good prices on all their gear, ammo, weapons. They're a great store. Most parts you try to find at different like retail stores or different online stores, they will have, and most stores won't have in stock, whether everyone's bought it or they just don't have it in stock. Ames Surplus always has, 99% of the time, always has what you're looking for. Whether it be something very specific for a bolt gun, AR, pistol, or something minor like a flashlight, flip up sights, anything like that. So that's where you can get damn near all your stuff, all your gear, whatever you're looking for. So go check them out. Ames Surplus, highly recommend. So we're gonna go ahead and twist this, run some lube down here, and then just put a few drops, let it run, let it sit there, and then we'll do the inside a little bit. We'll do the outside. Just to get it, make sure it's good to go. And then it's pretty lubed up, so I'm gonna just go ahead and lightly wipe it down. Just get that excess off. So that's done. The whole BCG is now completely clean. Well, for the most part clean, in my opinion. We'll just do a quick wipe down of the charging handle. This really doesn't need too much, but just wipe it down real quick. Now we'll go from those parts. So there's that. The rifle's pretty much clean. We'll actually lube up the inside. So when these parts are moving with this system, it'll be clean, smooth, just like your body parts, just like your bones, your ligaments, your joints. When you move them, when you're running, you want your tendons, your ligaments, your bones all working well together, not bone on bone, causing that tension, causing that friction, or something's gonna happen. You're gonna get hurt. Same thing with this. If your BCG, if your parts aren't lubed up, if they're really dirty, gunked up, there's gonna be problems. It's gonna malfunction. It's gonna be a click instead of a bang, etc., etc. So make sure even your uppers lubed up, or your BCG is gonna be going. This opening right here, lube up these little inlets, or the BCG is gonna be going back and forth. So we'll do that. Not so much, just a little bit. Run that through. Let that run through there. Even where your charging handle goes, we'll throw some of that in there. Nothing too crazy, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some of this Hops Gun Medic. It's more lubricant. What we're gonna do is just do a couple spritzes right where the charging handle is gonna go. Gonna leave that sit for a little bit, and then gonna do the same thing what we did with the housing, the BCG housing. We're just gonna lightly get some of that the excess off of there. It's not all built up and gunky. So do that, and then we'll be ready to throw all the pieces, all the parts back in there. So, alright, put this back together. This looks pretty lubed up, from bone dry to nice and lubed. So go in reverse order. So we are going to put that in, and then we will fill this in. And then we'll twist it to where it's vertical, and then we'll drop the firing pin in. We'll pull, once the firing pin's in all the way, it's gonna fall. If you don't have that pin, if you don't have this one in, it's gonna fall. So what you do is you get that piece vertical, back to being vertical, and then you maybe get that in. So, and then keep it like that, and then you just put your pin in, and now when you do this, well, that was an error on my part. See how it just fell out and the pin was in. So I didn't do something right. So gotta go back and see what you did. So when I took it out, it was horizontal, all right. So what you do is, okay, so it's not going in horizontal. I got the firing pin, it's not going in. So what you do is, now it's that way. Now it went in. I pulled this up, sticking the pin in now, making sure it's good. There's a little bit of movement as you can hear, but that firing pin isn't going nowhere. And now it's good to go. So when you're putting this stuff back together, you always want to double check and make sure your work's good. So that's what we do. So get that charging handle. There's an indentation about 2 inches to where these two things are on the side of the charging handle. And then go about 2 inches in, you'll feel it, it'll click in almost, and then I push it in a little bit. What we'll actually do is we'll lube up the charging handle because I forgot about that. So we'll actually do this and just rub it on the charging handle. Put a little bit of lube on there. And lightly just wipe it down. And then we'll fill this. One more thing. We'll do that. And then throw it back in there. It clicks in as you can hear it. And then push it in just a hair. And then you're putting your BCG in. Always make sure the circle is facing towards you. The hole is facing towards you. And then pull that charging handle out, make sure it's good. Pull it out a little bit more so your BCG can fit. As you can tell, it'll slide right in like that. Snap into place. We're gonna close that ejection port right there. And then we're gonna wipe off all of this excess here. Make sure it's good. And then we'll grab our lower, throw it back together how we did it. I always put the back in, kind of angle it down, slide it in, slide that front piece in. I always do front to back. I'll take my left hand and put it like a V notch in that, and then wrap my fingers around. I got this rear sight right here, so I'll hold it like that. And then these pins right here, I'll hold it while I'm pushing back with these fingers. I'm also pushing down because you want these pins to be flush with the holes. And they should be good to push in. If not, just wiggle it around. Make sure it's down all the way and push back, and then they should snap in like so. And then we'll get a sling, our QD back on. Make sure everything's good. Maybe. So there's that. QD's back on. we'll do a functions check, because after cleaning it, after doing whatever you're doing, any kind of weapons maintenance, you always want to make sure you put your pieces back together, your parts back together correctly. So we'll do a standard functions check for your M4 or AR15. So it's on safe, as you can see. Pulling the trigger, nothing's happening. Charging handle back to the rear. As you can see, opening. It's lubed up quite well. Flip it to fire. That's good. Keep holding it down. Another rack of the charging handle. There's the metallic click. And then back on safe. Ejection port closed. There's function check. That's all you have to do. Make sure it goes click. Make sure it fires. And then make sure your safety works. So that was just your basic cleaning, basic rundown of your M4, your AR15 platform. Like I said, this one's got a few things on it. We can go tip to butt since we're done cleaning it, whatnot. So do have a Surefire 3-prong on here. It's nice. I like it a lot. And then we just have a small flashlight. Nothing too crazy. It works. I think it might be 500 lumens or something like that. Nothing that's crazy. We do have some flip-up sights. I don't know what brand they are, but they work well. I sight them in, so if my 510C goes down, I do have a set of iron sights that I can co-witness with it. So just have a standard hand stop. I like my hand stop better than a vertical foregrip or angle grip or anything like that, because all I really need since this is a shorter barreled rifle, SBR, or a smaller platform, I just like the hand stop, so I'm quick on it, and it just foregrips, that's too much for me, so it's good for me. It feels comfortable, good positioning. Do have, like I said, the Holosun 510C on here. Great little optic, especially for the price point you're getting it at. So got me a sling, it's T-Rex arm sling, very good. I got these bands that you can get with it. One on the stock, one on the upper, so you can fold up your sling, put it in, and then when it's time to go, you can rip it off. It'll come off the bands, and you're good to use it. What else we got here? We got like I said before, we got the Aim Surplus single stage flat face trigger. It's great. It's just a drop-in trigger. You take the old one out at the lower and just plop it in there. Put your set screws in. You're good to go. Make sure everything's good. I actually have a Magpul MOE grip. It's nice. I like it. It's very comfortable instead of your standard AR15 M4 style grips. I do have ambi selector switches as well. It's very nice since I'm left-handed, so it's very nice. So can work those very well as well. Also, just little things like this, since I'm left-handed, I do have magazine releases on both sides as well, so I can drop mags quick instead of having to use my right hand. But I mean, either way, it's nice. And then I do have a Armor Spec lightweight buffer spring on here. It does reduce the recoil quite a bit. I would say it's nice. It's definitely nice to have if you're wanting to reduce some recoil. Um, and really an inexpensive part, in my opinion, underrated inexpensive part. It's like $80 again on Aim Surplus. Go and check that out if you want to get a different buffer for your AR-15. And then last but not least, I have a MFT uh, stock on here. It's nice. I like it. It's comfortable. Basic. I see a lot of guys running this, and works well. Can't beat it. So that's kind of the rundown of this build I have here. This was my first AR-15 build, so it's nice. I like it. I took the time to really figure out what I wanted on here and what I was comfortable with. So this is what I came up with. So yeah. So that was just a basic rundown and cleaning of this AR-15. Next video, I'll do my 7.62 by 39 AR. I have kind of more of a distance shooting platform, but yeah, thanks for watching the video, and subscribe. Make sure the bell, you got that notification turned on. We'll be doing more shooting videos, just cleaning videos, gear videos, anything specific. You guys let me know in the comments, and stay tuned for what's to come. Peace.